got voices in my head and they be talking to me. I got two angels on my shoulders, they be talking to me. I see the man in the mirror, he looking right at me. Am I him or is he me? I don't know, so don't ask me. I got voices in my head.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Check, yeah. Don't ask me why again, we tried again and didn't feel the same. The plans was nothing up the diagram. Winter overseas, I got some bags that need acquiring. We used to get cash, the checks bigger so they wire them. Plug talk, fuck the middleman, bring the supplier in. From Italy to Ireland.
Generation of Wrestling Podcast. You are not rocking with the God. What's really good?
Let's get it, GOW!
This is your forever Knockouts World Champion and Hardcore Country, and you are listening to the GOW Podcast because, you know, we always like to do it with a little hardcore country.
I got my stripes earned, battle tested, mics burned, it takes time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, yours truly, the franchise, a.k.a. the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, a.k.a. EC's resident Isaac Hayes King, Tuco. Bro, what's good?
Bro, man, you know, I gotta say this. Dude, I know I joke around when I say engineer of the year, but my boy, goddamn, you find a way. Man, you do what you do and you do it well, my boy. That's all I got to say. That's how I'm gonna start this off. You do what you do and you do it well, man. That's what I got to say, man. Other than that, man, what's good with everybody? What's good with the people?
Well, first of all, man, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. But you know what, man? Hey, we the tag team, we the dream team, man. Can't be one without the other. You know, we are indeed the generation of wrestling in the GOW. But bro, like you said, man, hey, we got Big Boy in the building. Big Boy, another oos in the building. What's happening? But bro, look, man, we took Monday Night Raw off because Monday Night Raw was what it was. But we decided we want to come on tonight, man, talk a little AEW, catch up on a little bit of wrestling news and rumors, and you know, send the people home happy. But with that being said, my God, before we get into all that, what's up with you, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm good, man. As the Young Bucks just helped cheat their way to $250,000 a piece. As they picked up the victory, which I've been noticing a lot lately. The villains, the heels, have been winning a lot lately. I mean, a lot. Not just in the pay-per-view matches, but also they're about to get the money taken. Dumbasses. That's what you get. But you know, just in general, in matches where you think some people are going to win, you know, considering how popular a lot of people are. But yeah, man, I've been noticing that a lot lately.
Nah, it's not even just you. I've noticed it too. But if you notice, man, I think that's kind of like the thing with, you know, pro wrestling across the board. Even if you look at WWE, you know, a lot of their heels have been winning and a lot of their faces have been losing. Especially at the pay-per-view. So yeah, man, I think right now, but you know what? I think it makes for a more compelling story, right? Because you always expect the baby faces for the most part to find a way to win. But now when you get the heels winning, now when the baby faces, because now it's like, okay, you know, everybody loves a good comeback story. Everybody loves a good come from behind story, you know, and the Young Bucks being the EVPs and being the manipulators for the majority of their AEW tenure. Now they got knocked down a peg. What is that expression that they used to say, man? You know, watch out for the people that you step on the way up because it might be the ass you kiss on the way down. Well, guess what? Look at the Young Bucks. Look at the Young Bucks. They stepped on a lot of necks to get to the top. But now that fall from grace is crazy, and they're eating a whole bunch of humble pie. They just won the money, and just like that, psych, got to be quicker than that. So just that quick, life will hit you.
Oh, definitely. Oh, Daniel Garcia. I knew it. I knew it.
Uh-oh. I turned it off. What happened? What happened?
My bad. Daniel Garcia just came up behind
Yeah,
Darby Allin and just knocked
really?
him out. Yep.
Wow. Okay. Darby Allin and Daniel Garcia didn't know I wanted to see that.
What up, man? Uh, Earl, man, dude. My condolences, man, again to you and the family, bro. I just leave it at that. Uh,
I will.
check the
Yeah, I
Facebook message,
will.
bro. Um, I just leave it at that, Earl, man. Um, but yeah, Dan Garcia just came out to he's joining the Death Riders. He's about to take Wheeler Yuta spot. They about to get rid of Wheeler. Oh shit. I done seen some nice change for him though. And there's not this face plant. He about to do then he missed. He missed. Ooh, thank God he missed. Oh, he was about to do a face plant on the chair, but the way he was gonna do it, he missed and he missed the chair, which I'm kind of glad he did.
I say, did it look bad?
Oh no, never mind. Nope, Darby said nope. John Moxley said do it again. John said do it again. Nope, never mind. Bam, there it is. Nope, now they got it. Never mind. John Moxley, they fixed it. They fixed it.
I'll say, hey, Mox ain't going for that shit, man. Mox say, hey, do that shit right. I'll beat your ass.
Not at all. As we got the princess saying hello, we got Big
What
Boy
up? What
says
up?
bum ass.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
it's funny. What? Speaking of bum ass Bucks, do you know what the Young Bucks' current gimmick is really starting to remind me of? It's very eerily similar to something we just
What's
had
that?
a few years ago with Baron Corbin when he went from King of the Ring to bum ass Corbin, and he had everything taken away from him, and he had to wear that same shirt for like months at a time with the stain on
Yeah, then you got the money back. Yeah,
it. Oh yeah, he became
yeah,
Jackpot Corbin.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah,
Uh,
man. I remember that shit.
oh
Yeah,
my
I
god.
remember it. I remember it.
Bro, but speaking of
Sorry.
remember, man, the fans seem to remember. So, dude, you and I and the people, we've been talking a lot about WWE getting money hungry, right? And we've been saying this. It's not even just WWE; it's the whole entire parent company. It's TKO, and right now, man. So one of the heads have come out and said, pretty much, long story short, that Vince McMahon didn't utilize his ability to upsell tickets. Vince McMahon was too busy trying to make tickets family friendly, and that TKO has a different vision for WWE. TKO wants WWE's ticket pricing and whole setup to be similar to UFC, and they're not really worried about pricing for families, but what's up? But getting the most bang for their buck. With that being said, bro, you and I, we've already talked about how drastically ticket prices and everything have went up since WWE's last here for SummerSlam and the whole merger. Now to hear them say, hey, they don't really give a fuck about caring for the average consumer, the hardcore fan. It's pretty much get in where you fit in. If you can afford it, cool. If not, it is what it is. What are your thoughts on that? To hear that actually being said out loud, even though WWE is making the most money it's ever made, not even counting the fans. When you look at all the deals they got, all the partnerships they have, bro, talk to me. When is enough enough?
um, when the money stops coming in as much, that's when enough
Mm.
is enough. But
Oh, and
unfortunately,
by the
it's
way, to get back on the money, because I want to add this, 'cause I want your opinion on this too. 2027, as of today, it has been made official. WrestleMania 2027 43 is officially in Saudi Arabia.
it's all about the money. But the game is changing. Um, Domestically, the money isn't here. Let's be real about that. Let's be honest. Um, on TV, it looks like they're selling out the arena.
Mm-hmm.
But anybody who's been to a wrestling show, you know how the show is actually shaped. You know how much of that show is actually cut off and blacked out and where there's actually people. So if an arena holds 17,000, but they say 11,000 sold out, that's not a sellout. They're not selling out like that here. You go to Paris, you go to Saudi, you go to all these international places, and you don't see blacked out curtains. You see everybody everywhere. The game has changed. The ticket prices are what they are because they can go overseas and get that money.
Yeah.
And they're not going to charge the overseas people more money than they charging us here. They're going to charge us. You think them people, you think you're going to piss them people off by having us, we're going to get a discount, but they got to overcharge? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Everybody going to get this overcharge. So it's about the money. At the end of the day, it's about the money. That's not, I don't think that's hard for nobody to comprehend or understand or anything like that. It's about the money. What's going on, Daniel? The WrestleMania, they already announced it. They already said what they want. Every time they say what they want, WWE gives it to them. They wanted the pay-per-view. Hey, you're getting the Royal Rumble. We want a WrestleMania. Now you're about to get 2 nights. And you know the funny part is, nobody got to show up to it. It can just be all them.
Mm-hmm.
And they ain't going to make that money. Not to say that's bad or anything like that, but you got to think about it like that, where they can go to a whole ass country.
You don't even need fans. All you need is government officials, and you made your money.
you don't need fans from outside the country to come in to fill up the place. Like they got enough of their own people, and they want to be there, and they gonna be there, and they gonna fill it up, and they gonna make their money. There's gonna be people there from outside of there. I mean, obviously, people are gonna show up. People are gonna pay for the tickets. They're gonna go, but you're gonna see a lot of them there, and that's where the money is. And you know why TKO is doing that? Because they've been doing that for the UFC the entire time. Ever since they bought it, what do you think they've been doing? Where do you think a lot of their fights and stuff is at? Yeah, they're in Vegas. They do the Vegas. They do the certain places there, but Dubai, so they're overseas. They're making that money over there. If I'm going in and out, they're making that money over there. So, the game is changing. It's a new company. This ain't Vince running the company no more.
Hey, you said the game changing, well, bro. Triple H, he's been on this whole press tour, this whole media tour, and he says, man, WWE WrestlePalooza came together quickly. ESPN asked for a date. They wanted a mega event, so they gave it to them. It's going to, of course, happen once again in Indianapolis, Indiana, which has become very synonymous over the last few years with WWE. Also, Triple H said on the Pat McAfee show, depending on how this WrestlePalooza goes, this could be something that they look forward to making a yearly event. Now, here's the thing. Okay, we talk about WrestlePalooza. He gave the whole excuse that ESPN asked for the date and they wanted a mega event. But notice how the announcement didn't come out until after AEW made their announcement about All Out, and then we got this right here. We've already seen the counter programming in the past from WWE, and as fans, we enjoy it, but we already know what it is. Triple H also said that John Cena pretty much was the author and calling his own shots on his whole last run, and John Cena came out and said, "No, I'm not. They deal them. I just play the hand I'm dealt," and it's kind of like, all right, whoever y'all get, I'll make it work. So with that being said, we also know Triple H to kind of, sprinkle a little sugar on shit, man, and make it sound good. With WrestlePalooza coming up, and it's looking like it's going to be a star-studded show, if nothing else. What are your thoughts on that, man, that ESPN asked for this as opposed to WWE just, going out of their way, man, for counter programming. I know we got a little political talk here, but how much of that are you buying?
None. Obviously, okay, a little bit. Considering WWE was able to get out of the Peacock deal early.
Yeah.
Okay, because Peacock was supposed to run for the rest of the year.
Yep.
This wasn't supposed to start until next year. WrestleMania. Matter of fact, when they first made the deal, the first show was supposed to be WrestleMania. So the fact that you got out of a deal for pretty much not the next 8 to 9 months, I mean, hey, you obviously did this for a reason.
Yeah.
You did it for someone. You did it for ESPN. That's what they wanted. They gave up the money. They probably gave up the money to pay Peacock to be like, hey, take the money, let us get it. Have this last pay-per-view, let us get it. It is what it is. And we can go ahead and move this thing forward. We're already ready to move forward. Now, when they say we want a date, we want a time, that's where you okay. Yeah. So I can kind of believe they did do this for ESPN because ESPN asked for it. So I do believe that. The date and time, that's the thing. That's the thing that I'm not buying that, oh, we just picked this on a random, oh, let's do this weekend. There's nothing going on. No. AEW been announced.
Right.
All Out was coming. They've been announced the day and time. All right. You hadn't announced the deal. You hadn't announced none of the other stuff that you did with ESPN or any of that stuff. By the time All Out was announced that it was coming September 20th. And because it was so late, the fact that you came up with this random ass pay-per-view is more funny than anything else, even though some people say it's the competition you asked for. Again, it is what it is. Let it ride, and we're gonna see who folds first. But Tony ain't folding. Tony already like, look, y'all can do what y'all do. I ain't sweating y'all. We gonna do what we do, and then when we get done, y'all can have the rest of the night. It is what it is. You want to come on so bad? Hey, you got it. No problem. We'll come on at 3:00. No problem. Let's do what we do. So right now, it is what it is. It's still competition. Hey, as a fan, I'm happy about it because, I'm not trying to watch both of them at the same time. I actually get to watch one and then watch the other. So that's perfect. But as far as the, everything else, I do Triple H, ESPN, do you knew what you're doing. We knew what this was. We knew what they were doing. We know why. It is what it is. Hey, this is the thing that we asked for, man. We asked for this competition, and it is a competition as far as having two wrestling companies that are in the limelight. Like, of course, WWE is dominating. They're WWE. Of course, now we're being with ESPN. They're light years ahead. We never deny that. We never deny that. But AEW is coming in strong. They're coming in a way that no one else has come in since WCW, as far as being on a network, as far as getting the exposure, as far as what they're doing and what they're putting out. And yeah, they're not perfect, but they're doing enough to where they're growing, and you can't deny it. Period. I don't care what show or pay-per-view you put on at the same time. You cannot deny it whatsoever. They're doing what they do. Like them or not, they're doing what they do.
Well, speaking of growing and denying, one of the topics of conversation, and before we get to that, I do want to acknowledge Big Boy. He says, wasn't Vince behind the Peacock deal? Vince was behind the Peacock deal. Vince was also ahead of his time with the WWE Network. And it's funny because one would say the WWE Network really paved the way, because when you look at what Amazon and ESPN and Hulu and all these different networks are doing with sports right now, more recently Netflix, I think the WWE network that really kind of like was ahead of its time, dude, because I
It was
remember, and
beautiful.
I remember there was a point, and it's funny now. What's new is old again, because I mean, what's old is new again. Because I remember when they first announced, right, that the WWE Network for $9.99 a month, you could watch any pay per view you want, and it was like,
Man.
bro, and I was like, bro, I am not about to sit up here and spend $10 a month every single month, because that's back when WWE pay per views were terrible, like unbearable to watch outside of the big four. So I'm like, bro, ain't no way in the hell I'm about to spend, bro, $10. That was unfathomable to think I was going to
But
spend that kind
but
of
it
money.
made sense when you think about how much they were still charging for the pay-per-views. It made sense because yeah, the pay-per-views might not have been as great, but would you rather pay $10 a month,
Yeah,
or would you pay that $40 that Vince was trying to still get out of people
yeah,
for that shit that he was putting on every other month? Bro, you know what? And considering I could just watch all the old shit too,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know what? Nah, hey, you can have these $10. You
But
can have these $10. Sign me up. I was
well,
one of
that's
the first.
well,
Me up.
so that's the thing that it wasn't until later on in that era where it really got appreciated, because then it got to a
Yeah,
point to where especially when NXT started to pick up, it got to a point to where WWE has so much content, current and past. It was like, you know what, man, dude, like $9.99 is almost a steal when you look at, like, dude, Netflix or Hulu, where they started at in the beginning, and now, bro, you getting a goddamn upcharge every other month. It's like, bro, y'all going up $1.50 every 2 months. Like, god damn,
hey, that
brother.
that that nine, that nine. What was it? It was $8.99, and then it was like nine 909, and then like after about another year, it was like 919. They were like going up like 10 cent every time. So I'm like, bro, you know
Yeah,
what? Hey, I ain't mad at it. Y'all can have that 10 cent. I'm watching everything wrestling wise that I want to watch,
yeah,
regardless of when it came out, regardless if it was
yep,
new, and then I can rewatch it, or if it was something years ago that I want to rewatch again.
yeah.
And the network did not pull no punches. They did not
No,
edit it out. They did not crop shit out. They showed
yeah,
everything in its entirety as
yep,
it was.
yep.
Man, we got somebody who's speaking. I don't understand half of what they're typing in, and I'm sorry. But dude, the network was a steal. It was a
Yeah,
steal, and man, look, I was for it. I was mad when they went to Peacock. I was mad when they went. I'm like, dude, I don't care for Peacock. I don't
yeah,
need Peacock. What the hell Peacock got for me? And then when they did go to Peacock, dude, they edit half the shit. Oh
yep,
hell no!
yep,
And then
yep,
the way that the network format was, it was beautiful.
yep,
The way you can look it up, the way you can go through it, everything about it was beautiful. Once they
yeah,
finally, they started, figured out some of the bugs, and man, it was great. It got the Peacock, man. I
yep,
hated that shit. Still
yep.
hate that shit. Like, wait, but I got dealt with it though. It is what it is. It's on Peacock. But Peacock was just a few dollars more, but
Yeah,
hey, it's still the same thing. And you get more because you get to watch all the other stuff that was coming on Peacock. So it was a win-win. But now, like you said, you
yeah.
went from $14.99 to $99.99. Because let me tell you something, people. You might as well go ahead and get Hulu. You might as well go ahead and get your Hulu. Go ahead and get the big package and call it a day. Because
Yeah.
bro, whew, shit, shit, shit.
Now, I took us on this trip, to memory lane, back to memory lane, to say this.
Man,
So, one of the
man.
biggest criticisms of the modern era is, and you and I, we just talked about this a few days ago, the
Uh-huh.
lack of stars. And I do want to say this. Let me preface this by saying, because I know somebody's going to be like, oh, well, Vince McMahon relied on part timers too. That is true. there's been different eras and different times during different eras where Vince had to, go back to the well. He's had to bust out the Undertaker a time or two. He had to go back and get Brock. He had to go back and get Trish. Yes, but let's also not forget these were people that Vince already created. They were Vince's creations. So now when people try to run the same argument back about Nikki Bella, about AJ Lee, which I'm happy to see, by the way, by Brock coming back with Goldberg. Yes, Vince did the same thing, but outside of Goldberg, I give WCW credit for that one. But nonetheless, the majority of the times Vince had to run back to the well were creations he has made. The argument here is there are no new stars right now. Yeah, we building Braun Breaker. Yeah, we building Bronson Reed. Yeah, we got 4 letters, 1 word, yeah. But guess what? He's still 12, 13, 14 years already in the game. So we can't count that. The people that we building right now, the people that WWE's pushing right now are either guys that are well into their 40s, people that were already built under Vince anyway. Because, okay, let me ask you this. If there was, okay, let me break it down because I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Is there a person right now in this new era that's not a made man or a woman right now that if they, outside of Liv Morgan, that if they were to get hurt right now, it'd absolutely derail WWE in the likes of a Roman Reigns or John Cena or Triple H? Is there anybody right now that's getting pushed like that if they were to get hurt or miss a significant amount of time, WWE is in a little bit of trouble?
No, and that's kind of the problem.
Yep.
Because one person can go out. Now, you'll be happy when that person come back, but that one person goes out and there's somebody else in their spot.
Yep.
Now, the problem is that person is probably somebody you probably been waiting on to get an opportunity to finally do something. So now, so you're not getting someone new. You're getting someone you've been waiting on. Every now and then you might get someone new, but a lot of times there's somebody that's been in the company. You just weren't doing nothing with them. So now you need somebody, and they're able, and they're working. And now that people are seeing them and seeing that they're being involved in something that they're normally not being involved in,
right?
They want to see more of them. Case in point, Kofi Kingston. It's like that. That's a great and example of seeing someone that people have been a fan of for years, and then him put in a situation where if he could last, and even though people didn't think he did, and that's the thing, no one thought that he would last, and the fact that he did last, and it was like, and then the way that he lost it, that's what pissed the people off. They're like, nah, bro, we want to see this. So that's kind of what's missing from today. You don't have that. Well, that's not what missing. That's kind of what the problem is. That's why I'm sorry. I kind of got lost a second. let me restart. That's kind of the reason why when you say there's no new stars, because again, you got people you've been waiting on. So the Kofi example was what leads more to that. So now you got somebody else. So when who's out right now? Naomi.
Yeah.
Naomi's out right now. So now who's about to step up? Well, it looks like it's about to be Stephanie or Io. Io just kind of had a run, but she could go back to getting the title back, especially considering what they may be trying to do with her and Asuka. So that may be a way for her to get the title back. Or they can say, hey, we'll try to push a new star in Stephanie Valkyrie. And maybe let's see what we can do with her, because she has taken off. The problem is, and I think you showed me this, somebody tweeted, we haven't seen in like almost something like that. Like, so it's like, how are you pushing a girl as a star and you're not putting her on TV? Right. You're not putting her on TV, and you're not putting now on NXT. She showed up every week, but for the main roster, dude, it's every other now and then when she is on, it's some promo that she's doing in the back. She's not wrestling. She's not doing a whole lot. So to me, that's the issue and why there's no big standout star, because there's too much inconsistency of showing the big star. There's the people that are the regulars, but they're the regulars coming off of Vince, Triple H taking over. They're not
Yeah,
Triple H brought them in and then boom, they're the new big stars. Now
yeah,
you're banking on people that Vince helped put over, and now they're helping to put over the new talent. But and they're the
yeah,
ones that everyone know. They're the ones that everyone is used to. That's because Vince had a hand in making them the stars. So you have stars for the future in the Biancas, the Rheas. Like Triple H has them, but he didn't create none of them. So because he didn't create none of them, he's got to now do it with newer people. He's got Stephanie Valkyrie. He's got to do it with her. Julia, she's already a champion, but you ain't doing shit with her. And then when you did do something with her, man, it was a trash ass match. I'm sorry. Meechin did not make that better. And it's not even
yeah.
on Meechin. I think that was just on creative and whatever decision they made to do for that match. I don't know, man. Everybody say everything is great. Everybody is looking at it and saying, man, WWE ain't, they can't miss, but boy, I see them missing so much shit. And there's a
Well,
standard that I'm used to that they're not reaching.
Well, Big Boy kind of actually touching on what you're saying. He says, I think with the younger talent, they're scared that the younger talent, the newer talent, isn't going to draw right away for the company. What are your thoughts on that? Because that kind of goes back to what I was saying, spokes on the wheel. Uh, who, right now, if I had to bank my money on it, I would say out of everybody they're pushing, I would say if I had to make a guesstimate on who WWE would hitch their wagon to,
Mhm.
it'd be Stephanie Vicker. Because they've already proven that with the way they fast tracked her to WWE and then from the main roster to the main. And because let's be honest, like she's very marketable, right? Presentation one, look obviously she's very attractive. She's from that Latin market. They make sure to say she's the first ever Chilean-born superstar ever in WWE, and she's pretty fucking solid in the ring. So I can tell by the way they're pushing her, even more so than Julia. I don't even know if there's a guy that's getting equally pushed from this newer crop the way that she is. Would you? Am I wrong in that?
No, because I almost want to say that WWE, and when I say WWE, I mean Vince towards the last few of his years, and then the transition of Triple H. They have found a way to actually push the women on that aspect a little better as of the
Yeah,
later, better than they have some men.
yeah,
Um, because on the men, when you say, relying on the old, we think of Goldberg. Vince
yeah,
was relying on him. Then Triple H ended up relying on him, or at least dealing with his rant because he didn't get what he wanted, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's a little bit of damn man. I'm trying to think who Stephanie. Yes, as far as the men, Big Boy said Brian. Brian is a little bit of Vince and Triple H.
yeah,
Because Brian got pushed because Vince took over NXT. That's how we
yeah,
got to 2.0. Vince having a hand in that made Brian what the way he made Brian. I'm
yeah.
sorry. And that's the thing. We need to see Triple H do it without Vince having a hand in it. See, because as long as Vince had a hand in it, then you're seeing the element that Triple H is missing, but Triple H ain't seeing it. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's the pushing people down your throat, but Triple H is trying to give us quantity over quality, and Vince gave us quality over quantity. He would rather entertain the shit out of you
Yeah,
and just give you a whole bunch of bullshit and just hope you ran where Triple H actually tried to give you
yeah,
more quantity of the thing that people wanted,
yeah,
especially considering how we all reacted to NXT when he was running it, and that's what it's really based on. Because we were like, damn, if Vince would do everything that Triple H is doing, Vince would be back in the game right now.
yeah,
Like, you're already making the stars. Take these people and make them stars, Vince. That's all we wanted. That's the
yeah,
one thing that we were saying that was missing with Vince. It's like, damn it, Vince. And you know this because we watched the ruthless aggression era become one of the best, almost best eras outside of the attitude era because you took all that talent and you made a lot of people stars, and it was a lot of action. It was a lot of people. Dude, that was a lot of people's favorite wrestlers come from that era, from that attitude, ruthless aggression era. So, dude, hey, yeah, big boy. I forgot about Vince playing a role in Brown's running in 2.0.
yeah.
A lot of people forget about that stuff. Again, only the real fans know. So, I, we need to see Triple H do the thing that now Vince was only good at. Now he's got to figure that out. We it's the roles have reversed. That's why I'll go with it. I'll go with it like that. The
Yeah,
roles are reversed. The thing we wanted Vince to do, he wasn't doing. But now the thing that we need Triple H to do,
yeah,
he ain't figured it out. Or the creative, which I'm gonna put some of the blame on them. Creative ain't creating it enough.
yeah. And I'm gonna say this too. We're gonna wrap it up in a little bit, but I gotta also remember because so much of what we're getting now is funny. Be careful what you ask for, right? Because so much of what we get now, we wanted. We wanted this. We wanted this because Vince was, like you say, Vince was so much of the entertainment aspect of it, right? Vince has said several thousands of times, World Wrestling Entertainment is nothing more than entertainment with wrestling. It's theater. It's every Vince didn't want it to be known as a sport. He wanted it to be known as a television show. Your favorite soap opera, your favorite comedy, your favorite movies. If you look at certain storylines of why characters are who that why the the way they are, it's because Vince seen a movie or he's seen the show and he liked it and he's seen the little court. How many times do we have wrestlers on the podcast, on the interview, and they talk about their gimmick and the shit was by accident because Vince happened to have a conversation with somebody and somebody said something or did D'Lo Brown with the head shake. D'Lo Brown didn't plan that shit. It was a fucking mistake. And next thing you know, it became his damn gimmick. So Vince, I have to remember when Vince took the company over from his father, Vince was never a wrestler. Vince was always a promoter. Vince is a carny man. Triple H
Well,
has a different outlook on it. He's learned from Vince, but Triple H actually lived the shit in the ring. So, and Triple H was also a fan. You get what I'm saying? Vince was born into this shit. Triple H was actually a fan. So I'm trying not to be
yeah.
too hot and cold with it because he's booking for the fan to a degree, but then it's like goddamn TKO, bro. It's like
No, it's not TKO. It's Vince. This is the standard he set.
yeah,
So
yeah,
now you
yeah,
have to
yeah,
keep it going.
yeah, 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 yeah.
That's that. It's not just TKO. Vince set a. Hey man, Vince say, let me put this right about here. All right, y'all.
Whoa. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. We cannot escape Vince McMahon, bro. He been gone for 3 years,
No,
brother, and we cannot get out of this shit.
no, no, not at all. Not at all. I'm sorry. We are here
Yeah,
because of him. We are.
yeah,
wrestling is where it's at because of Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
It wasn't. We're never going to get away from that. Never. Now, what will the story be told about him? Man, people are gonna butcher it. They're gonna butcher his legacy. They're gonna butcher this, man. They're gonna look back at what's wrong, and they're gonna hear what they hear, and he's gonna be the most vile and despicable man ever. And I can't say if that's not too far off the truth or not. But that's said about a lot of people.
Yeah.
Shit. Some people still question you if you listen to R. Kelly's music. Hey, look here. I may not agree with what he did outside the studio, but sometimes I still like to step in the name of love. But the point is,
he said, "It's the remix to ignition." I've been in the kitchen. Mama rolling there, buddy. Bounce, bounce, bounce.
hey man, I'm just saying. Okay,
Oh,
okay. Look, I don't condone what happened, but hey man, sometimes man, we all need a little 12-step.
He said, "Look, music never hurt nobody."
I'm just saying, man. He wrote for Michael Jackson. Which one we say?
Hey, I bet they're not gonna cancel the King of Pop.
Hey man, hell no. Now after his album, his albums with Diamond again, another album just went Diamond. Hell no, they ain't canceling his ass. They still buying his music. Hell no, they ain't. You can't cancel that man. Even in the afterlife, you can't cancel that man.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's funny. But dude, Vince is the reason we're here. You're not. He's. Hey man, wrestling could have died out in the 80s. It could have died out in the 80s. I'm gonna leave that here, man. Shit. Hey, I don't know what else you want to say after that. But wrestling could have been dead back then, man. And that's real. If there was no Hulk Hogan, if that sports entertainment aspect did not take off the way that it did.
Yeah.
Man, ESPN isn't doing the deal that they're doing with WWE. So, again, Triple H got big shoes to fill. Yeah. Big shoes to fill. Because Vince left this thing, pushed, whatever. But
he said, "Quit, fire, same thing."
Whichever we want, however you want to label it. All right, however you want to use your labels. He's not there, but he left it sitting on a pretty high ass damn shelf. And hey, man, there's a standard, and hey. we all here along for the ride. Shit.
Absolutely.
Big Boy says Vince was never going to allow Triple H to run the company like he did in NXT. Which, in a way, I'm not mad about that because, again, if Vince would have took some of that and made some of them stars, I'm sorry, he dropped the ball on Asuka.
Yeah.
You dropped the ball on Asuka, bro. You dropped the ball on AJ Styles. You dropped the ball on quite a few people that was coming out of NXT red hot. Ben Balor. Yo, you saw how people reacted when he won the Universal Championship.
Yeah.
Vince dropped the ball on quite a few people, man. Man. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Out of all them people, the biggest stars, the biggest name stars is Roman Reigns, Charlotte Flair, Seth Rollins, and Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
You maybe have 4 to 5 people that from that era of NXT when it really became something, when Steph started it, and all of them were there to now. You have a handful of them that are household names that people are paying their top dollar to come see.
Yeah. 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 And like you say, well, I was gonna wrap it up, but we got another question right here that's actually I'm kind of curious on answering.
Go ahead.
Sonny says, was Vince planning to leave WWE after the limo exploding angle? They actually said Vince was going to take time off, which is why they did the angle. Then, of course, literally a week later after that, you got the real life death of, Chris Benoit.
Right. We got the real angle. That was a hell of an angle then. Big Boy says that still pisses me off about Oscar till this day. I mean, dude, him, Nakamura, you had international stars that was bringing a name to the Japan side of things, but
Yeah.
brought a lot of faces to your development. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I know you had to see the residuals that was coming for NXT at that time. Like, I know he had to see that. There's no way that you telling me you didn't see that or you didn't know. But you dropped the ball. You dropped the ball on them, man. And I'm pretty sure there's a handful of more people I can name, but those are just some of the noticeable ones that, man, dude, you couldn't get Oscar no bigger than what she was coming out as.
Bruh. What undefeated streak? She was undefeated in
Undefeated
NXT.
in WWE, period.
Yeah.
Up until WrestleMania when she fought Charlotte, you basically had a female Goldberg that was a better in-ring worker than Goldberg.
Yep.
It was right there in the palm of your hands. Hell, Bray Wyatt, you dropped the ball on that too, my guy. I got to throw him out there because, man. But again, though Vince has dropped many balls, some he had
that was such good shit.
Yeah, that was. I thought about it after I said it. Like, damn, you know what? Too late now. Some he's done enough to. He's done enough to where, man, it's like, damn, Vince, come on, man. We know you can do better.
Yeah. Just juggling those balls, kid.
Those damn grapefruits.
God damn it, you caught on.
Oh, shit, man.
Man.
That's exactly why I feel so strongly about Steph and Julia. I feel that too, big boy, but we got to hope that Triple H will see the light and hopefully this will work for them. And then when Naomi come back, maybe that'll help out even a little bit more. Even though Naomi is a part of the, that Vince clash, but she's on a resurgence that I think will benefit Triple H greatly.
Yeah.
A resurgence like that for certain people, I think will benefit him as far as the star power, as far as adding new stars. Because then I think that would definitely, especially that Naomi, proceed with caution Naomi, that's gonna take her to a new level. And I think,
but you know what, she needs to come back. Maybe not necessarily as a heel, but she needs to keep that same kind of like you said, that proceed with caution. She got to keep that, like, that's her shit moving forward. Jey Uso got the heat. Roman Reigns got the. That's fine. That's fine. But don't change her. Let her be her. Let her be her. And even if y'all decide, oh man, the crowd get behind her, we want to turn her face. Bruh, don't have that goody glow shit no more. No, fuck that. This is what we need.
She gotta talk shit to the people. She got to be who she is. It don't matter. Yeah, people are fan of her. That's why people, even if people are booing her, they're still cheering her anyway. And she's still doing. Now, look, the fan appreciation is different than what it used to be. The bad guys are getting cheered. Look at Dirty Dom. Dude, he gets booed and cheered at the same damn time. People will be happy he gets his ass kicked. People can be happy he get his ass kicked, will be mad he lost the match. Like, come on, man. Make that make sense. You glad he got his ass, but you mad he lost? Come on, man. Come on now. figure it out. But that's what it is. So if hey, we'll one day, man, Triple H will figure it out, man. But I think that's what it's going to take. It's going to take people that, you know, that quite frankly, people don't think it's going to be that star, or people who folks think should be the next star, and he actually makes them the next star. You can kind of give him Jey Uso the whole yeet thing, but again, the character is great.
Right.
The character is there. It's just everything else.
Absolutely. Bro, man, we gave the people 50 minutes. It's getting late. You know what I'm saying? Your boy need to go ahead and drink some milk. And get ready for a long day tomorrow. Any final thoughts for the people?
Oh shit! Oh man, Big Boy says that might have saved Naomi with her getting pregnant because it would have faced Rhea. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, Rhea would have no, because Naomi, she would have cheated to win. That's all that would have mattered. It's her time. It's her time. Mommy had her time. Mommy didn't have her time. She had her time. Got injured, came back, went through some shit, got her title back, lost it to EO. EO had her time. They went back and forth, and then Naomi said, "Nah, bitches, it's mine. It's hers." And when she come back, whoever got it, hey, it's hers. You've been warned. It is what it is.
Well, my boy, everybody else on the chat, thank you once again, man, because, it's been a minute. But don't worry, man, because the GOW going to do what we always do, that's show up and show out. As always, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the GOW. I'm the franchise. He's the king. Again, we're the GOW. And unless something crazy happens tomorrow, we'll see y'all Friday for the Friday night Black Party, baby. Until then, we'll see you when we see you. Peace.